And we're back. So, firm handshake. Everybody's friends again.
Yeah, sure.
Shut up.
Jeez.
No, I guess, let's just turn to me again to go, are you sure you're okay? What actually happened?
Well, I guess I just show him my wrist.
V holds out her
What?
left arm.
What's on it?
Do you want to tell them or shall I?
It's like a big, like, chevron from, like, it's a tattoo from on my wrist, which is a big chevron and a serpent. It's a thief's mark.
Oh shit.
Oh.
You've been branded a thief.
Yeah.
Tattooed a thief, yes.
Like that.
Well, I didn't mean branded in the literal sense.
Yes. Which is why I corrected you.
I'm glad it wasn't branded.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah, that would have been a little bit more damage than one.
Considering fire. Small plant child.
Yeah. Super effective.
Fuck.
That's not.
Yeah, I guess I just showed him mark.
Yeah. It looks very sore.
It's pretty sore. It stings.
I think I'll just put one hand on his shoulder and say, would you like to come back, have a bit of a rest? Take you back to the tavern.
I'm okay. It stings a little, but
Well, we've still got a day to kill.
it's true.
Is there something you want to do?
I kind of want to write a letter to Neve.
Come on then, we'll go back to the tavern.
Okay.
What time is it roughly?
It's like midday.
Right, we went out last time for food, didn't we? Because the tavern didn't do it.
The tavern did do food, you just chose to go out last time, I think. I realised actually, I should correct myself, cause I was thinking during the break, I said the tattoo will be permanent, but actually, considering your lifespan, not quite.
What?
Well, because of the rate that your skin regenerates, if she was human, she'd be dead by the time it had regenerated enough, but because she's not human,
She'll outlive the tattoo.
she will outlive the tattoo.
Interesting.
It will be there for a hell of a long time, but
Also, wouldn't you be able to get it back with like regeneration from a cleric or something?
yes, the spell regeneration from a cleric would remove a tattoo, yes.
I mean, that would be slightly illegal, but
It's fine.
I mean, you're talking about using basically godlike powers to remove a thief's mark, but sure.
but my skin.
Yes.
Your beautiful skin.
But I'm saying, I'm not sure who's going to argue with you removing a tattoo using your godlike powers.
Yeah, at that point, I mean. Can I reach out to B and be like, can I at least make it not sting for you?
Yeah, if you want.
Can I heal her, Ferrous?
Yes,
For
you
what-
you expend 1 point of lay on hands.
Nice.
Look, it's the
It's the thought that counts.
it's the idea of it. I'm just
It is no longer red and doesn't sting nearly as much.
I'm-
It's
I'm
going to take
sorry,
some
dude.
getting used to, and you're going to have to learn to not itch it.
But, I guess then I was just saying that if you want to write a letter, you can get on that. Should we get some food as well, or?
You probably are pretty hungry.
Alright.
Cool. Well,
Right, I'm just gonna go. Is anyone up for pie?
My God, we've eaten so much pie since we've been in this town.
may as well
Pie is
continue
good.
it.
Why wouldn't you? Authentic local pie.
hmm.
Authentic local pie.
I'm sure you can go back to the town square. Well, you can move the few feet into the town square.
Yeah.
Can I was gonna say we're still in the church, so
Well, you were outside the church. Now you're in the market.
Okay.
Are you playing fucking
fine.
Divinity music?
I am, yes.
God damn it.
Amazing.
Hey, what can I say? No one has as
So
many
funny.
friends as the man with many cheeses.
Shut the fuck up!
Wow.
Shall we
Where's
buy
my
some
pepper?
pies?
yes. Before we go down this road of
Yeah. I'm
horrible
stopping them
divinity
here.
quotes.
Yeah, cool. So you find something to eat, and you go back to the tavern. Also, Helena will be pleased to know that I found the Divinity Tavern music and decided not to put it in because holy shit, that loop. um. But yes, you guys return to the tavern, and basically, unless you have anything critical that you want to do, we will fast forward to this day because there's literally nothing else for you to do.
Woohoo.
And I
Hooray.
eventually go off to do my smithing. Still
Oh,
have to do.
yeah. You can do that.
Vondal.
Oh, yeah?
Would you like some company?
I certainly wouldn't stop you if you wanted to come with.
Are you gonna stay up? Well,
Yeah,
actually, you don't need to stay up late into the night this time because you're nearly finished.
Yeah.
I mean, I like watching people do crafting stuff.
So, we go smithing. Woo!
Yay.
Vondal levels up his smithing.
Oh, sweet. Can I get a new perk yet?
Can't believe.
You can now make cannonballs and sell them on the Grand
Oh, wow.
Exchange.
Cannonballs. Wow.
Sweet.
Cannonballs.
That's a
Which-
RuneScape joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
There's the reference.
Nobody gets it.
No, I got it the second we said Grand Exchange. I
Yeah.
thought he was
Yeah.
going, I thought he was going for Skyrim personally.
No. Now that'd be curved swords.
I can't believe. Oh,
Where's
boy.
Aeverelle?
So, yeah, unless you have anything specific you want to do, the day elapses effectively without incident.
The rest of the day.
Yes. Okay. Yes, and with that, some folks will need to make me some saves. Well, actually, one folk now, because technically you have 3 rooms still.
Hmm.
One folk.
Well, we had single
Fuck.
rooms anyway, didn't we?
No.
Oh, no, we had a single room.
We had a single room.
Yeah, so, but yeah, either way, only one person needs to
Yes, I'll do it.
shave.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll leave then.
Okay.
I think it was a 14, right?
You don't actually know what the DC of this one is, because this one's
Oh.
different. I need to roll some dice.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
It has a random
Rob
DC.
gets to roll some dice, guys.
Yeah.
Hooray. It's always a good that's always
Because
a good
technically
sign.
somebody used a spell on it today.
Oh.
Oh no, does that aggravate it? Shit.
Yeah, to a
Probably.
point.
Oh,
Jeez.
Thanks, Perceptive Paladin.
You fucker.
oh, we call it, that's it. He's now the perceptive.
He's now
paladin.
Perceptive Paladin.
I can't believe.
His name is
Perceptive.
Paladin Ramos, actually.
Yeah, but we don't know that. So he's perceptive paladin.
So if you're
So,
playing the new
perceptive.
second age bingo, mark off the ominous race shard dream.
Right?
Yeah.
If you've already got bingo, we apologize.
I don't think it's
You-
got to
Here, let's see
bingo
if we
yet.
have gotten evil. Or
I don't
bingo.
think so.
You
No, I don't think
actually, you have a special defense against this, don't you?
Do I?
Yes, because of your Twin Soul perk.
Guys, does V getting branded as a thief count as utter disaster?
I don't think it counts as utter disaster
Okay.
because no one's down.
It could have
or
been
died.
worse.
It could have been worse. Because I was gonna say, if we had that, we might be close, but
We're actually pretty close to one. Just saying. Anyway.
yeah, we are pretty close to one.
Yes. Thanks to Gaian Visions in your Twin Soul perks, whenever an outside influence causes you to experience visions or premonitions, you retain a degree of lucidity determined by the Dungeon Master.
Interesting.
You've had
Well,
this
there you go.
before.
Have
When
we?
you had
Yes.
When you had a double dream with Grim.
With a vision with Grim.
Oh yeah, and I was like awake, and Lyra was there, and she was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Yes. Effectively, the same
That's
thing
weird.
happens again. Wherein basically you awake in, or you feel yourself experiencing the vision when you meditate. You don't lose your you don't fall unconscious. You don't lose your awareness due to this vision, because you are still technically lucid. So technically, you experience what is essentially a hallucination, but you're aware you're hallucinating.
That's very odd.
It is very odd. It's a very odd experience. And yeah, again, you're aware of the voice that you associate with Sam in your, like, the back of your head. Who says, once again, yeah, we seem to be trapped in this dream state once more. Whilst around you,
The world is ending.
in a sense,
Oh, good.
basically what is happening is you are in a what looks like a charred forest. And as you look up, it is night, but there are no stars and no moon. In fact, as you look up, you see that effectively the sky above you has become a yawning void, into which basically a trail of debris is being sucked. It's a "we're not in Kansas anymore" sort of moment.
Right.
As yeah, basically you look up into what is essentially a twister of arcane energy sucking matter through into a void. As you sit and sort of watch this with almost a sort of a morbid curiosity, Sam says, I feel like this is supposed to be some sort of suggestion or warning, or there is almost an intent behind these visions.
What do you mean?
Almost as if they are shaped or controlled in some way.
That's slightly disconcerting.
Indeed.
Because that means that person has access to the fact that we are sleeping.
I believe it is... It perhaps is not as controlled as that. It is almost as if... It is like being... It's like being on the other side of a barricade from a fire. I can still feel the heat, but I do not get burned. It is a difficult sensation to express.
Hmm.
Once again, I am unsure of why we continue to be unaffected in this manner.
Yeah, I have no idea. Because I never think about it. outside of the dream.
I believe, as with the previous vision, if you wish to end this at any time, you can. I wish
Why not?
I wish I understood more of what is happening, but
Yeah,
is
very
this
odd.
a threat, a premonition? I don't know.
Yeah? Or is it just meant to be scary if I was in the vortex? Who knows?
Possibly. Cool.
But here I am.
Yeah.
Behind my invisible V-shaped barrier. I wonder if we're ever going to figure that out. I would like to figure it out, but...
Well, if V would ever have visions and experience the same thing, then you might realize that there is a connection, but
Yeah, but we don't
that's
ever
never
Nobody ever
happened.
gives me the fucking shard. My wisdom is good enough to, like, when you give me the shard, I almost never fail it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, you can end the vision at any time because of your degree of control.
Yeah, I'll just end it. Get this out of my face.
The only lasting side effect. List of side effects.
I mean, if V and I would ever figure out the, like, why we have our psychic link thing, I feel like maybe that would lead me to figure out the dream stuff, but
Possibly.
who knows when that's gonna happen.
The lasting side effect is a feeling of insecurity. Any decisions that you make, you question. Basically, you question any decision that you make in the next 24 hours.
Oh.
So, like, even if you're sure as a player, or you're sure Arya is sure as a character, you still question your own decisions.
That's very odd. Okay.
And that is the side effect.
Okay. So, guys, I'm going to be
Cool.
even more unsure than usual.
Nice.
Cool. And with that, the day dawns.
How does my wrist feel?
Different.
Oh.
It's going to take a while to get used to.
I was going to say, regarding the smithing that I did then, is that done then now? Or is there still stuff to be done?
All you have to do is you have to shape it once Kelariis has made the setting.
Okay,
which
so basically
will-
I have to wait for Kelariis.
Yeah, Kelariis has to do something, and then you have to work collaboratively with Kelariis to complete it.
And this is assuming they give us the rod.
We'll just have to see.
Vondal has faith.
He does.
Cool. So yeah, basically the morning is yours. As the exhibition will not start until basically the middle of the day. So, if there's anything you want to do before you go to the exhibition, say so now.
Well, aside from... Well, what else is there on our to-do list, then?
Oh, I believe you owe 3 gold for the tab for the
yeah.
room. If I work that out correctly. Seeing as
Okay,
Grim
yeah.
didn't sleep in his bed, I won't make you pay for his section.
I'll just take 3 gold off.
I love how you just straight up ignored me when I said I'll pay for that.
I did it here.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't hear that either.
That's fine. Oh,
Okay, you
my
pay
mic must have come out.
that. How much was that thing as well? How much was the forge rental again?
You already paid that, didn't you?
I was gonna say, did I pay it all up front? I don't remember.
I believe so.
Well, I haven't written it as Helena, but I guess V is gonna send the letter to Silverbrook.
Yeah, you can choose to write that if you want, or not write it, but you don't have to do it now. Yeah, you can get that delivered by courier. I just need to do some maths.
I suppose the other thing is literally just the glass blowing.
yep. But we need the rod to do that.
Yes, you need to attach it to the setting, to the head, yeah, because it needs to go on the rod, be molded to the rod, and fit the
Fair.
orb. It is. Basically, it's almost a month's, no, slightly less than a month's travel to Silverbrook.
My god.
Actually, no, it isn't.
I was gonna say that doesn't make sense.
No, because
Not far,
well, you have, but you went some of it on horseback and some of it on foot. So on horseback, it would be 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. 2 weeks if you were to go on horseback to Silverbrook. Actually, it's a bit less than 2 weeks, so we'll
I was
make
gonna say,
it.
something about that still doesn't sound right.
Well, yeah, because it took you 3 days from Silverbrook to Grove, like 4 more days from Grove to Renshire, and then 2 days on horseback from Renshire to here.
Yeah, so surely,
But to
Silverbrook
go-
would not be a more direct route, and therefore short.
No, because you'd have to go up the road.
Okay, fair.
So it's 7, 8, and
Math.
it's actually closer to 10 days, I guess. So maths.
We should have added a no one can do basic math bingo card.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
damn it. Missed out.
That would have been a good one.
that's 35 silver, which is 3 gold, 5 silver.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm back to exactly 200 gold. Nice.
Wow.
Still
much
more than me.
money.
We have a lot of fucking money in this party, guys. Like, you don't
Not
understand.
really.
I
Want
also
some
have
money?
200 gold.
I don't really want any money.
I'm not
I have
really
200 gold, 180 silver, and 77 copper.
180 silver?
Yeah,
Why not
Yep.
just convert that into gold?
because I don't know how
That's
to do
18
it.
gold.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Convert
10 of
it.
each denomination.
So I've got 105 gold, 3 silver, and 7 copper.
I like that means that you literally just took exactly what I wrote was in the cache for the Drider.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
literally
that's what
exactly.
I gotta do.
Anyway, so yeah, you write a letter and send it off. Cool. So, and nobody has anything else they want to do.
Nope.
Do we have like decent clothes, right? I assume that if this is like an art exhibition, we need to be not in maybe they'd let us in
Are we going
traveling
shopping
clothes, but
again?
I mean, still, you technically still,
we have our stuff, don't we?
yeah. Like, don't you
Yeah,
have
we
like your wedding clothes?
Yes.
Vondal just has fancy armor. So
Yeah, because Vondal has fancy armor to start with.
Gosh, Vondal.
I'm always prepared for fancy meetings.
Did
V-
we keep our wedding clothes?
V is smartly dressed anyway. I don't know if you actually. I can't remember if you did.
I don't have any shoes though.
Yeah.
Do they allow no shoes?
No shoes, no shirt, no service.
Is it around?
That's a good question. Actually, no. I guess you didn't keep them because they're not in
They're
your
not in my
inventories.
inventory.
I was gonna say
So no, you technically don't have, and Kelariis and Arya don't have smart clothes, or nice-looking clothes at least.
Are you calling me ugly? No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
I'm calling your
I guess
clothes
it's-
ugly.
Maybe we should go
Wow.
see if there's like a tailor.
I just did that.
What?
Sorry, I just Z-snapped you for dissing your fashion sense.
Wow.
Wow.
Of how you went and did something that's like a visual action that we have to see on
Yeah.
the other side of a fucking Discord chat.
Yeah, you find a tailor. There is actually there is actually a fancy clothes place,
Oh.
if you
God,
remember.
yeah, but that must be so expensive.
You have a lot of money.
We have like 400 gold.
Wait,
Some people have more money than others.
I don't want any money. If you want money, I can give you money.
I don't want your money.
Wow. Fine clothes cost is not listed. Incredible.
Well.
Well,
This
that's
is fine.
unfortunate.
We will find it.
Here we go, shopping. Get
Oh my god, I
on.
can almost take off this thing.
Oh no.
Yep.
Buying things. Hopefully it won't take 5 years.
maybe it won't take 5 years this time.
Maybe.
The question is, am I gonna need shoes?
Probably.
Probably not actually.
Yay!
Fucker.
Oh, shoot.
Too bad, otherwise we could have like come in and be like, you know what, these shoes are even worse than that too.
Wow.
The shoes are worse than
Wow.
that. Where the fuck is my this handbook? Oh, it's because I'm looking in the wrong folder. That's why. Yeah. So, what are you guys looking for?
What is expected to be worn to these kinds of things?
Make me.
Oh.
Make me I guess a wisdom check. Just a straight wisdom.
A wisdom check.
Talking to elbows.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually,
Oh.
no. I'm perfectly knowledgeable about
Should I make
fashion
it
choices.
let Arya take care of this?
You remember what
Arya
you just
instructions.
remember back to Roxy.
I mean, like you expect that you could probably get away with like a fancy robe or a dress or maybe a like shirt and nice trousers.
Well, practical and nice. I'm all for it.
Guess I'll just find a nice like tunic thing or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find a nice tunic that you can wear. Fine clothes cost, like, a decent set of fine clothes will cost you in the region of 15 to 20 gold.
Jesus Lord, that's highway robbery.
Not really.
It's fancy ass clothes.
This time we just have to remember to keep the clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't pay for them last time. They were given to you so that you could join a party you weren't invited to originally.
Yeah.
This is also
We were
true.
invited to literally the day before it happened.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the
guess.
day. Oh no, it was the day before. Yeah.
Because we had the celebration for us hitting
Yes.
the heroes, and then the wedding was the next day.
Yeah, depending on how fancy you want to go, you like it's like a nice tunic will cost you 15 gold. If you want a fancy dress, it's going to cost you 20. If you want a tux, it's going to cost you 25.
Be it a tux, let's go.
I'm all for
Damn. Too classy for me. I guess I'll just go with the
Cool,
tunic.
though.
Okay. I just want to see Kelariis in a tux now.
I know, she'd look
this.
dashing.
Yeah. Don't we all?
It could happen, but
And I think we all want to see Arya in a dress again.
so she can look really upset the entire time.
The bonus of Kelariis in a tux is if anybody gets in danger, she can just rip it off.
Jesus Christ!
I was gonna say, surely it'd just be flex and the sleeves go. Why would you want to? Why would you do
Yeah.
the whole thing?
That's
It's
right,
style.
is me.
It's me.
Oh my god.
That's the real question then. Do I spend the
Close.
extra money for a tux, or do I just go for the nice tunic like Arya did?
Kelariis just walks in and is like,
Go for the
"Hello,
dress.
ladies. Is what a dummy would say."
I
too
would
bad
pay,
you
I
messing
would
around
pay
to
to
see
see
that
Kelariis
one.
in a dress.
Huh?
I would pay to see Kelariis in a dress.
You could put Kelariis in a dress.
That would be really funny.
Christ. Make me look less intimidating? Question mark.
I don't know if it would be less intimidating. I would be pretty intimidated.
Yeah, same.
Like Kelariis in a dress.
I mean, I'm not sure she's got the legs for it.
She does, and the
Wow.
arms.
Yeah. Yeah, how dare you? How dare you?
Scales and knotted muscles. Okay then.
Yep. That's how that works.
God.
Just go for the nice tunic.
The uncertainty.
Unless
of
somebody
life.
feels really, really strongly about something else.
Nah, it's fine.
Nah,
I'm
you
sure
do
at
you.
some point in the future we will be forced to wear even nicer clothes.
Jeez.
I mean, if you want to go to the Exarch's son's wedding,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about that. But you're right. I don't know if they would invite the Exarch then. I don't know. Illyrian
it's
needs
a question of
that.
whether he has a choice.
That's true. For a moment there, I had to remember who the fuck the Exarch's son was. And then I was like, oh yeah.
It's like, right, that's
It's
it.
the only person you care about.
Yeah, the only person in this game that I care about.
Wow.
is Illyrian.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Sorry I gave you my life.
No, I mean outside of okay, the only NPC I care about. How's that?
wow, Quagrim.
He's not an NPC. He's a
He
player.
is now.
Technically, he is now.
Okay, I count him as a player still.
Sheds a single tear.
He is in the NPCs section with his bio.
I know. I saw that and it made me sad.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Wah, bah, bah.
There he is.
Right.
It's just there.
You get dressed and return to the Othel Manor.
I love how Lyra is just going with us. God, I fucking love having Lyra. Like, shows up and you're like, oh yeah.
By the way, I still can't see shit on this map.
Yep, same.
Yeah, I will fix that now.
I see only doom
Oops.
and darkness.
Wow.
Oh, I should probably write that I have a nice clothes now.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, now I see.
Forget again.
They are clothes fine.
I'm just gonna put fine clothes, and we're gonna call that day.
There you go. There's the rules as written being thrown out the window, guys.
I mean, it doesn't matter what they're written as.
Just know that we have them.
They apparently weigh 6 pounds, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's heavier than my fucking hammer.
That can't be right.
The Dungeons and Dragons weight system, everybody.
That's why we ignore it half the time.
This is why we just don't pay any attention to it.
We just throw that rule out the window.
We just use common sense here.
Because I'm
Anyway.
pretty sure like a nice tunic does not wear does not weigh like 3 pounds.
No. So, you arrive at the Othel Manor. You can essentially move about as you please.
We have to
Wait, so
talk. our
why are we
way.
still here?
Yeah, why are we here?
We need to talk to Catherine.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
I totally forgot.
It was suggested that you speak to Catherine.
So, let us go.
You can move yourselves.
Whee!
Okay. There is a guard standing outside the door. He sees you all dressed up. He nods you in.
No, don't say anything.
I know.
Like I said,
Oh,
it's an open
really?
forum.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you walk into a very finely maintained atrium with a chandelier.
Whoops.
Uh,
Does
And-
Blair just go inside?
Sure.
I
I mean,
guess.
That's
she
what we'll go
she
with.
probably won't be allowed into any of the rooms, but she's allowed to stand in the atrium, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at earlier. Is I was like, they're just gonna let this walk around this art exhibit.
She's very refined.
She's a very
Very
elegant
well
wolf.
She's a very elegant wolf.
She had a bath today.
Did she?
Don't know.
Vondal actually redid his beard.
Yeah.
So it's clearly a
I mean,
special
let's
occasion.
let's just say that Arya owns a wire-tooth comb, which she uses on both the dog and herself.
Oh my god.
I can't believe.
as well.
Look, Arya's more than, or Lear is more than just a dog. Okay.
Friend.
Did I just like buff my scales or something? Is that a thing?
Not
yes,
really.
Please.
I don't know. Everybody's like,
wax
yeah,
on,
we did our hair.
wax
Lyra
off.
got a bath.
Your scales are metallically coloured. They are not actually shiny.
Look here
Aw.
now.
We taught V some martial arts by just going wax on, wax off.
Wow. Memes.
Okay.
V, you are more interested in the open room to your right, because it appears to be full of plants.
Here we go.
There she
Nice.
goes.
That's to your left.
No, that's your right, because you came in
'Cause we
downwards.
came in.
Oh.
Yeah, we came in here, so that's to our right.
Gotta
Yeah.
check on all the
There's
plants.
this room just full of
Yes,
plants.
it's basically like a an indoor bonsai room.
Behind there.
It's like full of
A
plants
greenhouse?
and no, not
Is
a
that the one you're
greenhouse.
going for?
No, it's a place in the house where there are a bunch of pot plants exhibited on sideboards and things.
Mm.
How do I feel about cutting plants in a way that makes them beautiful?
What?
You have a tiny tree in a glass ball.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Point there.
I mean, the entirety of Dryad culture is growing plants into weird and attractive shapes.
So it's like humans trying to be dryads.
Yeah.
Cultural
Yeah.
appropriation.
Yeah, it's cultural appropriation.
Wow. I can't believe this is where we've gone today.
Cultural appropriation. I feel like that's not what it is, but
No, it's not.
okay.
Also, I should be going soon.
Yes. Well, I guess we will skip out on talking to any of the other NPCs who are in this house then, and I guess we'll take you guys upstairs. Oh look, I've actually got them on the same map, so I don't need to move the map.
Hooray!
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Oh,
We're in darkness now.
no,
Yeah.
scroll down.
You have to scroll
Oh,
down.
there you go.
Oh boy.
It's on the same map.
Oh boy.
But yes, as you go to the top of the stairs, you look to your right into what appears to be a sort of afternoon lounge, where you can see a woman looking out of a window. It is Catherine.
I only bristle a little bit, it's fine. I'm only a little bit upset.
It's too bad you don't have that tux on, so you can just rip off your sleeves.
Throw down right now. No, I
Let's
guess-
go into the room and talk like
Yeah.
normal people.
Can we enter the room?
Yeah, there's no door there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's an archway. Of course you can.
This isn't
Battle
intimidating at all,
formations.
just like 4 people.
Yeah, battle formations. Class in front.
Alrighty.
She looks up as you approach, and sort of offers you like perhaps like it's almost like a tempted smile. It's sort of like a hi. This is gonna be awkward.
Right, if no one else talks, I'm just gonna, and Vondal's just gonna say we would speak with you.
She nods and sort of says, "Please have a seat," and sort of indicates there's some like couches on the side,
No, lovely.
so you can basically like sit around the edge of the room.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Please!
What is happening?
Just move. You move.
B, you need to move. There we go. Okay.
This is
That was a lot
amazing.
of effort.
Did
Right.
it,
This is
guys.
totally a 4-man couch.
Okay.
We've made
Well,
it one.
it's a series of small couches.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Somebody's sitting.
It's like
I
two
thought somebody
love
was
seats.
sitting on the.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, she is. She has like a small sort of like collection box, like it's like a charity collection box on her that she sort of just like puts to one side. And she
Why the
says,
fuck is she up here in a room all by herself if she's...
"Well, because beyond that door behind her is where the the gallery is.
Oh.
Ooh.
So you were sort of waiting for people to show up, but you guys showed up first." But yeah, she basically says, from what I understand, you've already spoken to Chaplain Sunkeeper.
We have indeed.
She sort of she looks at it like looks at she's got like her hands on her knees, and she's got like sort of these sort of quite thin leather gloves like on her hands, and she sort of picks at them like absent-mindedly as she sort of says, "Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. I misjudged you. And I'm sorry that I stole from you as well."
I suppose judging us in the way that you did is not something that's particularly hard to do. Anyone could have done it.
She she nods and says, "It doesn't help that I let myself be, well, biased. When I heard that somebody'd broken in and stolen the rod, well, I guess I assumed, and I'm sorry. I've gone about all of this the wrong way, and I'm sorry."
So did we.
Yes, for that matter, we also offer an we also should apologize for the way that we went about things.
She nods and she looks at UV and she says, you have to understand, Velt and I have, well, a history, to put it lightly.
History how?
Well, let's just say this isn't the first time that Velt tried to put somebody up to getting their hands on anything that they could try to find out the staff and its location.
That doesn't really surprise me.
You knew that Velt was trying to steal the staff, but the chaplain didn't.
Velt was the one that paid me to steal from the chaplain in the first place. When I was caught, I didn't give away, well, the names of my employers. It's not what Thieves Guild members do, but when he showed me mercy, I guess, I had a change of heart. I realized that I'd been living this life for so long that I'd convinced myself that I was somehow in the right, even though I didn't really care who I stole from. But the chaplain Sunkeeper, he helped me turn my life around, really. I guess that's why I reacted so badly to all of this coming back up again.
He is a very merciful man.
She nods.
It's certainly impressive, the effort you've made to leave such a life behind. Certainly worthy of admiration.
She smiles and says, "Thank you." There are many people who still just think of me as, well, a thief, frankly. But I have tried to change. She looks around and she says, This whole city, it would be half the size it was if it wasn't for the efforts that the church has made. There would be people going hungry, well, more people going hungry than there is now. There would be people in the streets, those, well, I don't like the terms that the chaplain uses for them, but Velt and his following, they and I don't mean to be rude, but they are very set in their ways, and they want to follow an old system that just it doesn't work now. And there are far more things to consider. We're not at war anymore. We're living in a time of peace. Effectively a time of prosperity. And the old ways don't work. We have to look forward, but he can't see that.
Maybe you haven't given them the chance to.
She looks up and looks at you and says, I still am not quite yet able to forgive him. I know that is my failing, but it is hard.
I do perchance wonder if there is hope for reconciliation for both parties.
She sort of looks up at you and pretty much straight back down to her gloves and sort of like pulls at them again and says, perhaps. I am not the person to lead it, though. That would be the chaplain. If anyone can do it, he can. He's a good man.
I think Vondal's almost equally saying this to the two people sat to his right as much as he is to Catherine.
Right.
As he basically just... I'm trying to think how he'd word it. Because he basically just says, I suppose that sometimes it's best we try and see things from the other side's perspective in order to help move forward together.
Catherine looks up and says, yes, and sometimes it takes a wiser person than me or perhaps even you to see that.
Well, it doesn't mean that we can't try.
No. Daemaris certainly does not.
And I think that though our ways of going about it might be different, we want the same thing in the end, for peace and for people to be happy and safe. So I think in that sense, although we may look to different gods or put our faith in different places, I think that we're not all that different at the end of the day.
Perhaps not. I must ask you one favour, though. If the chaplain does agree to give you the rod, I must admit I agree with his assessment that it should not be given back. At least not yet. I feel that if they were to get their hands on it, then it is too early for them. It's too early in the process for us to reach that sort of level of agreement. I can feel it only. I feel that it would only make things worse. As much as it will pain them, you must keep it. Velt will not be pleased to hear that, but it is necessary, I feel.
I almost feel that such an artifact is what has both caused and will prevent the healing of the divisions that have been created.
Yes. But it will take time. And with that, she stands up and sort of says, again, I'm sorry for putting you through all of this, and perhaps it'll be a lesson to everyone involved that perhaps it is sometimes better to put our trust in others doing the right thing rather than trying to always do things our own way. I, for one, have learned that.
I was just going to nod in agreement.
She says, please feel free to take a look around the exhibition. It's quite something to see. No magic rods on display, I'm afraid, but it certainly is worth a look around. And then she turns to V and says, if I may, I would also like a word with you in private. So presumably the three of you go where you want to go. If you want to go into the art gallery, go into the art gallery. If you want to just leave, leave.
I think I might as well go into the gallery, and like as I pass the pass, can I hand Catherine a gold coin? Because obviously connections.
Yeah, you can put a coin in the box.
Yeah.
She smiles. Cool. You go into the gallery. Where do the other two go?
I mean, I guess I go into the gallery too.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to pause for a second in front of Catherine and just say, how am I going to word that? I understand why you did what you did, and I'm sorry that we got off on the wrong foot. But I think that you're a good person, and you've been trying to do what's right. And I'll give her some coins as well in the box.
Okay. She also smiles, and she looks at you and says, I think, too, in your own way, you've had the right intentions.
I think sometimes we just don't go about it in the best of ways.
We are only human, after all.
Well.
Yes, true. Some of us.
Definitely not Kelariis.
Awkward laugh, but I'll
Yeah.
nod in. I'll nod in. Go into the gallery.
It's a human saying.
It's that human saying,
In fact,
you know.
literally no one in our party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when all of the aliens in Star Trek refer to humanity, and it's like, what? Yeah, and V, as you sort of stand, she comes and sort of stands in front of you and sort of holds out her arm for your left arm and says, "May I?"
Yeah.
She
I hold out my left arm.
she sort of takes it and looks at it and says, "It is quite a thing to bear."
It stings a little.
It is a lesson, and people will judge you for it. But sometimes the things in our past are not. They're not just punishment. They are things to shape who we become. Not everyone who carries this mark is a bad person. And she pulls at the leather material of her left glove to reveal the same mark.
To me, the mark means less that I did a bad thing and more that I let someone sway my belief that people can do the right thing.
Oh shit.
We should have come to you guys in the first place. We should have had faith that we would do the right thing. Then I let people convince me that wasn't the case.
She pulls her glove off entirely and holds hers up and says, "Mine is a reminder that a job is never just a job. There is always somebody on the other side of it. Perhaps I should have remembered that."
Truth is, I get a little worried sometimes because the true reason why we want this rod is because we want to fight something, and if we don't, the people I love might be in danger. But that doesn't justify doing bad things to other people.
She smiles and she says, "There is, well, quite an old story that the chaplain is fond of telling. And the moral of it is that it is not the destination that is the most important, but it is the road that you travel to get there. After all, if we leave the world behind in tatters, what is the point in saving it?" I'm sure you will find a way to overcome this challenge, and I wish I were half as brave as you.
I don't really have the option not to be.
I disagree. You could have run. You could have hidden. I think what you're doing is noble. I wish I'd understood that before. Still, knowing that you're out there doing your best is enough to keep me here doing mine.
Thanks. Now I just have to convince the others not to leave the world in tatters while they try to do good. some of them can have short fuses.
It will not be an easy task, but if it were, it would not be worth doing. I have every confidence in you. Sort of puts
Funny,
her.
someone else does too.
She puts the ungloved hand on your shoulder and smiles. And with that, we will call it an end.
Woo!
So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is time for experience and lessons. So who wants to go first?
I might as well go first. God. Okay. Jeez. This has been a ridiculous session.
It's
This was
been
quite a session to come back to after.
it has been
4-week
quite a
break.
session.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a lot of. It's been a
so-
heavy session.
Thrown neck deep into the fucking chaos. I think very much as a player, it's just, I don't know, I always think it's hammered home, like, the classic thing of, like, we're not heroes everywhere. You know, because we're constantly going to new places, people aren't necessarily going to know who we are. They're not going to trust us even if we've done nothing but good in the past, because they're not going to know about that.
No.
Because I think sometimes you get contented with quite a few RPGs where it's like, oh, you're the hero and everyone knows who you are, and you're this well-renowned hero, you can't do anything wrong, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But D&D is not like that at all.
You're not miraculously the Dragonborn, even if you've never been to a place before.
Yeah, exactly.
Or in Kelariis' case, you are.
Yeah, Kelariis is always the Dragonborn.
In a different way, though.
And honestly, I think Vondal's learned to talk more to his companions
Hmm.
about just everything. And I think he definitely wants to try. He's definitely learned he needs to try and, I guess, empathize more, because he probably feels responsible for nearly fracturing the party entirely,
But for the right reasons.
and that's why he's still conflicted.
Hmm.
At least you had me on your side this time.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You may have, and this is where it gets awkward because there's not enough players to divide it properly. You get 563 experience. It's technically 562.5, but
Let's get around.
Yes,
thought
you
D&D
always round up.
down. I thought you always round down in D&D.
not for experience.
So how much was it again? 563.
Yeah. Because otherwise, if you rounded down, there would be a leftover experience point, which nobody would get.
What a waste.
But no, for everything else you round down, and experience you
Right.
round up.
So my math puts us at 19,993.
That sounds about right.
I think that's right.
Because
Yeah.
we're on 19,430.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's next?
Wait, what? I'm at 20k.
You get
Yeah,
slightly more
yeah.
because you knocked Audrell out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
you're slightly ahead of everyone.
Wait, slightly? Huh?
Yes.
But it says like 20k and then 203. Might have fucked up somewhere.
That's a lot more slightly, isn't it?
We'll work it out.
Anyway,
Who's next?
But I'm actually gonna have to go now.
Okay. Thank you for playing.
Okay.
Oh.
Bye.
Thank you for the game.
guess I can go next. Because
Cool.
it's been a session, TM.
It has been
Yeah,
a
fuck.
session. But have we got bingo yet is the question.
We didn't get
No.
bingo, actually.
Ah,
didn't.
rip.
Luka
I know,
didn't say
sad.
my woof.
I
Ah.
didn't. I specifically held off on saying it after we realized that.
Dang it.
Darn.
Anyway, it's been kind of interesting to play V on the more lawful side.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, I guess that's kind of the fun of playing neutral good, where you can sort of pick and choose, like, am I gonna be chaotic about this or not? And I feel like this was a situation where we was just like, nope, chaotic went really wrong, and I feel really bad, so we're not doing that anymore.
Mhm.
And yeah, she said to Catherine, I don't know, I think she feels most guilty about the fact that her ideal is supposed to be, I believe in the good of everyone, and Velt sort of convinced her, and Kelariis, I guess too, that
That they were bad people.
they were bad people and talking to them wasn't even worth it. And that doesn't really sit well with her. So she's a little bit ashamed about that, and she's gonna try to not let that happen again. So next time something like this happens, she's gonna be like, no, I'm gonna talk to them. Fuck you.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
and-
It's funny you should mention that because one of the design quote points for this entire arc was there are two sides to every story.
Nice.
Wow.
Fits perfectly.
Yeah, I sort of feel, well, I as Helena sort of feel like Velt is kind of more the bad guy now. Cause I don't know. Well, cause he didn't bother to talk to them ever, and and he's not trying to cooperate with the people of Palor. He's just trying to get that staff back. And that's kind of-
He holds an age-long grudge.
That's kind of a dick move, you know. I think if we ever talk to him again, V might be a little bit vocal about that. Because she probably doesn't think he's as much of a dick. She'll just feel a bit like, that was very wrong of you.
Yeah. Well, you aren't the first innocent that he is tricked into doing his bidding, as is evident by Catherine's tattoo.
Yeah. That's who kind of sucks. It's fine though. You know, I'll live.
Yeah. And you are one of the people who can actually outlive it. So,
Yeah.
well, actually, the only person who can't outlive it is Kelariis. But
Could you tattoo a dragonborn?
yeah,
Again, Luka, they have skin, not scales.
they have scales, but they just have skin as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
completely scales. But,
No, a
um,
half dragon is completely scales, but
Yeah, I don't know. It was quite a session to come back to as well.
it was, yes. It was
Yeah,
never.
God.
It was never meant to be left on that cliffhanger for that long. It was always meant to. That was always meant to be the end of it, and then it was meant to be
Oops.
a break. But sessions don't always work out the way you think. But I'm glad we came back with some punch. Yeah.
Sorry, Rob, we never do what you expect us to
No.
do.
Well, you know how I was said before the session that I would be annoyed if you guys managed to find a way to completely circumvent my planned encounter. You're in the planned encounter now.
Nice.
You-
I'm
you
not sure.
You circumvented almost all of it.
Almost all of it. Wow.
Oh my god. Jeez.
I was gonna say, like, if there's still, like, a battle in this fucking mansion, it's gonna be great, but... especially
Nope,
'cause none
we
of us are
managed
aware-
to avoid that.
Well, most likely.
Unless you try and steal
Yeah,
something
I
else.
did ruin
Hey
Luka's
now.
art.
You what?
I ruined Luka's art heist.
Yes,
You did. I'm very sad about that, but I'll get over it.
Sorry, it had to be done for the sake of being in character.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't get to play my track.
Oh,
Gutted.
doesn't that suck?
Because totally when you were sneaking around the back, I had music to play.
Oh man.
I did hint at you, Rob, that V was feeling very guilty about all this
Yeah.
stuff.
I had no idea you'd take it to that extreme, though.
You know
was
how
good.
V works, man.
Yeah,
Works in
story.
extremes.
Story's good.
Fucking Phantom Thieves, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess both me and V have learned lessons today.
Nice. That's doubly good.
Yay. So how much XP do I have?
We'll
Who
work that out
fucking
after
knows?
the session because I need
Okay.
to do maths.
Math.
Cool.
Yeah, V is gonna try to believe in people more. I'm gonna try to be more lawful sometimes because it's actually fun.
Yeah.
And then Vondal doesn't feel
Completely
as
left out.
bullied
Yeah.
by
Well, it's
by
gonna be
Miss and
doubly
Mrs. Chaotic over here.
it's gonna be doubly on you now because Grim isn't around anymore to act as the logic balance. You no longer have your Spock.
I'm not logic.
No, but you have to be the balance between chaotic
Boy.
and good.
Boy.
Chaotic and lawful.
Balance.
There is no longer Spock. Man, I should have had Grim sign off with "You have been and for always forever shall be my friend."
Oh my god. I would cry.
Also,
yes.
I will write that letter to Neve at some point.
Good. Love to hear that.
Hi, Neve. Everything's going to shit. Hope you're okay.
Hi, Neve. I got a cool tattoo in this town.
It kind of stings a little, but it's
It's got
okay.
a snake on it.
Try to recreate it on the paper.
God. I'm sure she would not appreciate that.
Who's next?
Well, Jayla, it's just you and me.
I know. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I really don't give a shit.
One of you has to bite the crossbow bolt.
What?
Wow.
Or bite the bullet, but there are no bullets, so you have to bite the crossbow bolt.
Oh, right.
I can't believe. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess I can go.
That's fine.
We'll break the pattern. a
I
little
know.
bit. It's fine. Oh gosh. I say I'm gonna go, but I don't actually. I guess. Oh god. I guess I, as a player, kind of was very reinforced of like the whole knowing both sides of the story thing.
Mhm.
And Kelariis didn't really consider that beforehand because she's kind of very much, I mean, you know, justice for
Yeah.
Tritherian kind of thing. But like out of character, I'd kind of thought about it beforehand. But I was just like, it's not really gonna be a thing for Kelariis unless something really big happens. So for me, it was really interesting that now she's kind of almost been forced to confront both sides of it. And it's kind of just it's a reminder both in and out of character that it's not always black and white.
Yes.
See one side and know how it goes kind of thing. But in character, wow, a lot happened. That was, yeah.
Certainly did.
She's really going to try her very best to take what Grim said and apply it. She's gonna do her best to kind of heed his words, because like she respected him too, you know.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of a thing, and I don't know. I mean, she's trying to do it now, especially because it's kind of all happening in the moment, and it's a good time to apply the things that have kind of been suggested. And she feels very bad about what happened with V, because it's the exact kind of thing she's always been worried about and has kind of tried her best to avoid. And she thought that, well, we thought that V had gotten away unseen completely, and she thought at that point that she'd dodge the crossbow bolt, shall we say, in that sense. But then it came around to kind of bite everybody in the ass again. So she feels very bad about that situation. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because she's always kind of been like, she doesn't mind putting herself in those sorts of situations and putting herself in danger or upsetting the law, but to have other people, and especially like her friends and people that she cares about, being affected by that isn't what she really wanted ever.
You wouldn't have batted an eyelid having the tattoo yourself, but...
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. 563 experience. Last but not least.
Hello.
Little Miss Sulk.
I am sulking this entire session. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like as a character, I've learned that playing the antagonist is not as fun as it's all cracked out to be. This whole time I was like, yes, please go talk to them. But as Arya, I was like, that's not... She doesn't want that. She just wants to go steal it. And I really wish that she had heard what V said to Catherine. That was her name, right?
Yes.
At the end there, because I was like, oh man, if she had heard that, like such a piece of shit. But she didn't. So
wait, hear what?
Hear the stuff you said to Catherine about like how people influenced your choices and feel bad about it.
Right.
So I wish she had heard that, but she didn't. But yeah, Arya's like, I don't know. Because she still feels like they could have done it. They could have like stolen the thing. But she also recognizes that this outcome is probably preferable. Even though she's pissed that V like turned herself in and like all this jazz, and now she has this tattoo. But yeah, she's kind of in two minds right now, because she's still like, well, we could have still done it, like totally, but at the same time, it probably was best to get it all out in the open and talk about it, but that's not really her strong suit, so yeah.
One of these days, that tough outer shell might have to crack.
I know. Well, and it's just like, I don't know. Like with the thing that she said to Catherine today, like, God, like if Arya had heard that, like, I don't know, that would have been really big for her, I think. So
like, would she have gotten mad, or?
No, she would have been like devastated that she did that to you.
Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was.
Well, it wasn't just her. It was also Kelariis, but she understands that she definitely played a role. Yeah.
Yeah. She would begin to assign some of the blame to herself rather than the circumstances.
Yeah. And like she was, she was pushing hard to just go steal it in the end, and then it all turned out better for everyone, basically. And then you're sitting there still feeling like super guilty about the whole thing, so she would have just felt really, really bad if she heard that, but yeah. Because I was sitting there as a player going, oh shit. The whole time you were talking, I wish I'd been in the room. But, oh well. She'll hear it eventually, probably.
Yeah. Well, if you don't find a time for the tough outer shell to crack, I do have a vice planned.
I'm sure you do, because I know you, and I know that you like to hurt with feels.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I know it's going to happen eventually, so I'll just have to see when that is. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I miss Grim.
Yeah.
Well, I miss Minnie. I don't know. I miss Grim. But
Arya doesn't necessarily miss Grim yet, but you miss Minnie.
yes, I miss Grim.
Yes.
But
it won't quite be the same without him, but it will certainly still be an adventure. And on that bombshell, it's time to end.
Wait, how much XP do I get? I forgot.
563.
Thanks.
Do we have a session next week?
That is a good question. Is everybody here?
I think so.
So, unless... Yeah?
Then we will see you all next time.
See ya.
Gasp.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.